So we are out here on the streets of Abbeville at night, and the plan is to try to find Huggin Molly. So just as a refresher, I read this on the last video when Stacy and I were here, so we're going to find out exactly who Huggin Molly is, just as a refresher, and where there might be an encounter. Generations of Abbeville children have listened wide-eyed to their parents tell the story of Huggin Molly. They have hurried home on nights lit only by the moon's glow, certain they saw something in the shadows, afraid she would be around the next corner. The versions of who Huggin Molly actually was vary, but one frequent description depicts her as a giant of a woman, maybe 7 feet tall and as big around as a bale of cotton. Some say her ghost still walks the streets of Abbeville late in the night, sweeping her black skirt as she goes. If she happens upon you, she chases you down, gives you a huge hug, and screams in your ear.
It could be worse.
So, she walks the streets of Abbeville late in the night. I've also heard that she comes out like just after sundown. But there's too many people here just after sundown. There's too much activity. And I think it's more likely to see a ghost a little bit later into the night.
Also, who was she to begin with?
Yeah, I can't seem to find that.
Yeah.
And there's a vent right there.
That's where she came from.
That's
She's venting her anger.
I think the clown is down there.
Doesn't it like grate on your nerves?
So let's walk the streets of Abbeville.
Like a couple of streetwalkers.
And if Huggin Molly is to be found on the streets of Abbeville, maybe we will get an encounter. Are you Huggin Molly?
Right there.
That is one giant bug. We'll just leave that little guy alone.
I think the person's going to have to with Huggin Molly outfit. There's another one he just stepped over. There's another. They're all over the place.
Ooh. There was a Huggin Molly started in Phoenix City.
Really?
And it ended up in Abbeville, according to what I read online.
She commutes.
And there was a guy there was a Huggin Molly in Louisiana somewhere who would go around and only hug really hot chicks.
That was me.
Well, I have my doubts that the Louisiana version was in fact Huggin Molly. And it sure is pretty at night.
Yes, it is.
Look at that. Let me zoom in a bit. Man, look at that. It's just gorgeous.
It's funny, when I saw that sign that you had a video of or a photograph of the Holiday Inn sign, I had no idea it was in a storefront.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of traffic through here. There are empty streets. You see any movement that looks otherworldly? Oh, I got you. I see Huggin Molly Looking around anywhere? In this building maybe? That's always depressing. Look at that tile work.
Yeah. Very 20s. I love trees lit by street lamps at night like that.
Yeah.
Again, it looks like a movie set.
I'll walk over this way by the theater. So kids would be afraid to go out at night because of the stories of Huggin Molly gonna come squeeze them and scream in their ear. Maybe we should search the archives of Abbeville and find out if there were a lot of like cases of hearing loss.
In only one ear.
Only one ear. Nothing so far, everybody. The streets of Abbeville seem pretty quiet.
Maybe what's his name will jump out and say Yellowwood. No signs of Huggin Molly yet. I said, no signs of Huggin Molly yet.
So we're a little ways off the main street now. There's the back of the municipal building.
This is where the movie set ends and real Abbeville begins.
Oh, I wonder if Molly knows the difference.
Yeah.
Lumber company.
It's short to the point. City of Abbeville Municipal Complex.
That's not entertaining in any town.
No.
City complex, city hall, Bank South. Hey, we got something over here. I wonder if Huggin Molly hangs around where the lights are because they're closer to her time period. Probably not. No signs of anything creepy down this way. Do I hear footsteps back there? Does Huggin Molly have footsteps? Yeah, that house. There's a food giant, and there's a Big 1970s columned building.
I think it's City Hall.
Yeah, something like that.
House.
Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get back down this way.
We've wandered out of the Twilight Zone and into Limbo Land.
Twilight Zone's way more fun.
Yeah.
Let's cross the road over here. I see movement down there, but it's security. It's not Huggin Molly.
Yeah.
What's that?
Somebody just passed by pulling a boat.
Oh yeah.
Getting home late from the lake.
Yeah. Not cool. That's old.
Yeah.
Still kind of looks like an old store. It looks like it's still 1925 in there.
Yeah, with an old safe. A clock on the wall. Over that way.
Oh yeah. Cool. Ooh, historic Route 66. Aero Eastern Motor Oil.
So this is where Route 66 starts.
Yeah, apparently. Polygas. Polygas. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go down this way. This looks like I could edit the heck out of this because it's already like 18 minutes of us just walking around town.
On this street you hear.
You're right. This looks like the kind of place you'd run into Huggin Molly. If I actually run into Huggin Molly, I'm going to be pretty freaked out, y'all, for real, for real. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now this building here, this has potential. Cabinet shop. Ooh. Well, as cool as it would be to have an awesome paranormal video, still love that sign.
Yeah.
That's like the highlight.
Well, we could have a paranormal video. That's two normal videos side by side. A pair of normal videos.
We could search these streets all night, but I think we're probably within the window that kids would have seen Huggin Molly back in the day when they're out after dark. I think we're within that time frame, and we haven't seen anything. So I guess we're just gonna call this, we're gonna conclude this video because I don't think we're gonna, much as I hate to say it, I don't think we're gonna see Huggin Molly. Well, my friends, thank you for coming along with us while we went out searching for this apparition of Abbeville. But sadly, this might be the closest that you get to seeing Huggin Molly.